Happy New Year, family. It's a brand new year, 2022. And I'm glad you're here and get a fresh start for a brand new year because we know that the previous year was a lot of chaos. So, a lot of crisis, a lot of chaos. We all went through a lot of changes. At least I did. But your vegan goddess is here to help you balance your mind, body, and spirit. Yes, and your soul. Spirit, soul, same thing. But I'm here to help you out. That's my purpose and goal, is to help you balance yourself out, your body. Because spirit is health, health is spirit, and I am spirit, your vegan goddess. So one of my goals for 2022 is to have a more healthier body, slimmer body, maybe get to my ideal weight of, about 155, maybe 150. So what I've decided to do is become a fruitarian. I've been vegan now for 22 years, and I've had good results, but I just want to take it to the next level because I've done research to say that it's a great diet. It's very strict, but you have to be really careful, but I'm doing the research now so that I can do that. So today I started off this morning at I woke up around 5:30. It had me a big Texas grapefruit. I cut it in half and sectioned it off and put a little date sugar on there. But anyways, it was great. It was lovely. And then, or you can start out with some lemonade, freshly squeezed lemons, and putting some agave in there and shake it around. You can drink that throughout the day or in the morning. If you're not a sweet person that likes sweet things too much, you can skip the agave, okay? Or maple syrup. But no sugar. Even organic sugar is not good for you. You don't want to put that crystallized sugar in there because it's bad for your teeth and everything else. And, so since I'm getting older, I want to really zoom in on keeping my health up to par and living as long as I want to live, or it's really not up to me. But let me just do my part from the information that is given to me. So some of you might be asking, well, what is a fruitarian? Well, a fruitarian eats raw fruits, vegetables, dried fruits, nuts, and seeds. No bread, no grains, because that causes a lot of mucus, and mucus causes disease. So you want to it's kind of like the alkaline diet. But alkaline diet, it'll allow you to have more, I believe, more vegetables. But see, there's a definition of you want to do 80-10-10. I'm not there yet, so I'm going to start with like 50% fruit, 20% plant protein. That would be like maybe some, like tofu or something like that. Not really tofu, but plant protein. If you want to eat tofu scramblers or something of that nature. And then, 10% green vegetables like your kale and your collard greens. Organic. We don't want to put all those chemicals in us from the bug sprays and stuff they use to spray everything. So as much as you can, get organic food. If you can't buy it, then grow it in your backyard. If you don't have a backyard, grow it in pots. Now that's another story. Maybe we'll get into that later on down the road. But and seeds, not too many nuts, like maybe a handful of nuts, seeds like. So this is going to keep me have a more balanced life, weight, health, and longevity, hopefully. So also, for those who are Christians and read the Bible, it does say in Genesis 1:29, it tells you about God has provided all the seed-bearing herbs on the planet for you to eat. So you're not supposed to eat flesh. No, nothing with a face. We know with eyeballs and a nose. You shouldn't be eating it. It's not good for you to eat it. Of course, those who choose to do that, then you have the karma ramifications of it. You can eat all the flesh you want and make your stomach a graveyard, or do you want to make your stomach a flower garden? Ask yourself that question. Why? Because in these times, these trying times, we all need to be warriors. Warriors. And what do warriors have? They have strong endurance. Strong endurance. They can have an agile body and be flexible, free of disease. Because if you are not, the first, everything healing starts with you. So if your body is not in balance and you're overweight, because 2/3 of the American population is overweight and obesity. Obesity means like you're like maybe hundreds of pounds, like 500, 300, 400, 500 pounds and more overweight. That's obesity, morbidly obese. And that's not a good thing to do, because if you're going to be a warrior, you have to be fit and flexible and have endurance. So that starts with you, because a lot of people talk about this and talk about that, but you can't fight anybody. You can't go up against anybody or anything if your body is not fit and your mind is not clear and free of toxins. So if you have dead carcasses going through your body, your bloodstream gets dirty and whatnot. So that's why I have decided to become a fruitarian and easily transpire from veganism, which is no dairy, no meat, none of that, no animal flesh, and basically to 50% fruit, like your bananas, and yeah, basically anything with a seed in it. Because like later on today, after morning, I came back and had a little snack. Had some organic baby cucumbers. Oh, and some of these type of tomatoes, you see that? They have seeds in it. Anything with a seed in it. Tomatoes, cucumbers, squash, things like that. I can't think of anything right now. But I'm going to stay away from tubulars. That would be like your potatoes and starchy stuff that you pull out of the ground. Stay away from that. I just want to have that as far as all the fruit I can eat. Mangoes and lemons and limes and grapefruit. All in the fruit family. Get all your vitamins and minerals from fruit. You can take a supplement like B12 if you want to make, yourself a little safeguard. I feel like you're going to miss something. So you see the seeds in there? We think that tomatoes are vegetables and these things are vegetables, but they're not. They're fruit. Seeds are in them. This is what we want to eat. The seeds of life. I don't know. When you go to the grocery store, you notice that everything is seedless. They have, especially when it comes to watermelon, which is a big thing. No, they should leave those seeds in there. Having organic and seed is hard to find. You used to find them, but I've noticed that they're really difficult to find. So it's always seedless watermelon, but the seeds itself has the fruits of life in it, so it needs to pass through the body. A couple of them here and there tells you that the fruit is alive. Also for grapes, have you noticed that? Even organic grapes. You go to the supermarket, you have all kind of organic grapes with no seeds in them. Because I know when I was a kid, we'd have a grapevine in the backyard. You just go pick some grapes and you start eating. You spit out the seeds. You go to the cherry tree, grab the cherry trees, eat the cherries. Before you know it, some taste a little strange. That's a little worm in it. I doubt if people do that these days. There's no seeds in it. And a lot of people are cutting down all the trees with new developments and all this to make more space for more houses, for everybody can have their own individual little house. And, but that's another story. And I'm not saying people shouldn't have houses, but that's another subject we won't talk about today. So now getting back to the subject at hand, I feel that it's very important that we work on our health by eating the proper foods, like fruits, and becoming a fruitarian. I'm not advising you to do that, but that's what one of my goals for this year is to become fruitarian and walk. And also for seniors, the research I'll come across that need 5 hours of exercise a day. That they're telling you that you only need like 20 minutes a day, but really it's more than that. At least 45 minutes of walking every day. Oh, wow. Every day. So that's what you need to do. 45 minutes of walking every day. Go to the park and walk around, brisk walking. You know, you don't have to do anything tremendous like flips or anything. Just walk for 45 minutes, 7 days a week. Okay, that'll help you, and it helps lose the weight. Good for your cardiovascular system and whatnot. So I also studying the Kemetic sciences, and I came across the original religions of before Christianity, which all the religions are based on, but they're kind of diluted and washed and plagiarized versions of the Pert Herod book Coming Forth by Day, the oldest book in the world. So it has in here, many of you probably are familiar with the 42 declarations of innocence, the abominations of Ma'at, the goddess Ma'at. She's a goddess of justice, balance, truth, reciprocity, whatnot. Balance. You know, everything has to be balanced. Energies have to be balanced. The body has to be balanced. The blood, all your things have to be in coordination with one another. So I was looking at law number 22, and it says, I have not polluted myself. So I said, I have to really think about that. I need not to pollute myself. No smoking, no drinking alcohol, coffee, animal carcasses, dead carcasses. You know, nothing with the face, as we repeated before. And so, yeah, that's one of the things that I am trying to refine to make it better. I've been working on it, I've been doing good, but I want to refine it even more and share with you in case you're interested in balancing out your body. So, you know, I said now it's 2022. So I was looking at, as far as numerology, what that is. See, 22 plus 0 equals 2, plus 2 equals 4, plus 2 more equals 6. So 6 is like after the chaos come a 5. You know, everything's out of order. You got conflict and whatnot, which we experienced last year. Now this year it's like a restabilization and a reform and a new balance. Alignment after the conflict. You come back a little bit stronger, a little bit more balanced. So this is what this year is going to bring for us. So now that'll be something good to look forward to, don't you think? Okay. So I was just going to share with you after I shared, you know, like the fruits and some of the seeds that you can eat. Flaxseed. I think I've seen this before. Flaxseed. Okay. See those? Okay. These are very helpful. They have omega-3s in them. Like people get omega-3s from fish. You don't have to get it from the dead fish. You can get it from actual seeds, plant. Flaxseed. So, okay, put that in there. And then we're going to put in a cup of flaxseed. Buy this at any place you want. All stores have them. You can go to the health food store, Whole Foods, mom and pop stores. Most of your grocery stores, like in Texas, you might go to H-E-B, Kroger's, Walmart. They all have flaxseed. See, flaxseed. Right here we go. Coming out, coming out. Whole cup of flaxseed. I would do it in the kitchen with a fancy camera, but not there yet. Well, okay, so we got that down. And I put in a tablespoon of chopped jalapenos, diced it up, and I've already put that in the bowl. I left the seeds in there because eating seeds are very important to eat seeds. You don't want to start taking them out. They make us think that seeds are so bad. Oh, I gotta spit a few seeds out. No, you want to keep the seeds. They're very nutritious. It's a part of nature. You're supposed to have them in there. Not saying you have to eat them all, but 1 or 2 or 3 that gets in your body, it does the body good. So you start to mix it up. You see, I mix it up with the water, the flaxseed, 1 cup of flaxseed, 3/4 cups of water, or thereabouts. Tablespoon of chopped jalapenos. Okay. Then I'm going to put in some cayenne pepper. I just put a dash of it in there. Cayenne, a little dash. Like myself spicy. And some onion powder. It'd be good if you had some organic kind, but I had to rush to the store, so I got the old kind. Onion powder. You could say like 1/16 of a teaspoon. And then also garlic powder, 1 teaspoon, 1/16 of a teaspoon in there. Excuse me. And also I put in, here's the Flaxseed Meal. You know, this brand is really good too. It's called, what is it? Bob's Red Meal. You can get this gluten-free. This is where they've already ground up the flaxseed. If you want to go to all that trouble, you can always just put it in your coffee grinder and grind it up. So here, so it's going to put in 2 tablespoons of the flaxseed meal in with the flaxseed. See, it's all ground up. And I want to make sure I don't drop all this on my computer because I'll be in big trouble. I don't want that. Okay, and another teaspoon of the ground flaxseed. Okay. You could also use this as an egg replacer. You put in a tablespoon of this and 3 tablespoons of, what else? 1 tablespoon of flaxseed meal and 3 tablespoons of water. That equals to 1 egg. Stir it around, let it set, you know, and you can put it in with things, maybe like you're making cornbread cakes or something like that, or chocolate chip cookies, which I don't eat them anymore because all the sugar in it. I really have to stay away from the sweets. Then agave nectar, excuse me, agave nectar, less a squirt of this, probably half a teaspoon of this, just give it a little bit of, you know, I got this one from somewhere. And how much? A teaspoon of cocoa amino acids. See, there's a brand called Bragg's, but I got the cocoa amino acids, all-purpose seasoning. It kind of tastes like soy sauce, but not really, just better. And you know, soy sauce has that gluten in it, but this doesn't. So you just want to get about 3 teaspoons of this. Woo-hoo! 3 teaspoons. Oh, excuse me. Okay, here's a teaspoon right here. 3 teaspoons of cocoa amino acids, soy-free, gluten-free, organically grown, 40% less sodium than the other types of soy sauces and whatnot. So 3 teaspoons of this. Whoa. 2, 3. There we go. 3 teaspoons of that. I guess I would do this in the kitchen, but whatever. I don't feel like doing it right now. So what we're going to do is stir this up. It's going to get thick. And stir it up, stir it up, stir it up. Stir it up. See how thick it's getting? Goo, 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 goo. Yeah. Stir, stir, stir. Blend it well. Nothing, you don't have to have a fancy spoon. I just have a little plastic spoon. Stir it up. Da-da-dee-da. Da-da-da-da. So I know you're all going to have a great new year. Just keep the faith and keep optimistic. And also, if you want to bring that blood pressure down, anybody that's interested in that, you want to don't overeat. Don't use a lot of mustard and pickles, and go easy on your hot foods and stuff. Make sure you get a lot of, crack your window open at night so you can get a lot of oxygen, because you know why some people die in their sleep? Because they have all their windows closed. You got to have that window closed so that open just a little so you can get oxygen circulate in the room. Because, you know, if you don't have the oxygen in circulating, the room is like stale. So that's why a lot of people die in their sleep. Okay? And so, stir this up and then set it aside. I'll see the consistency of it. See? You see that? Consistency there. Da-da-da. Yummy, yummy seeds. These are flax seeds. So what you do is set it aside for about 15 minutes. Set it aside for 15 minutes, and then you're going to get your dehydrator. I've showed you my dehydrator. You spread it all over there. Spread it all over. And then put it on about 118 on the dehydrator. 118, 110, around in that range. And let it set overnight, or it can be up to 2 days. And it'll be dry. And before you spread it, once you spread it out on your dehydrator sheet, I would show you. Hold on, maybe I'll show you the sheet. It's easy to talk about it. Hold on a minute, hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. I should have had all this stuff lined up. Didn't mean to keep you waiting. I do apologize, family. But you get, this is by Excalibur, man. This is the Cadillac of dehydrators. They got cheaper ones now. I have another cheap one I paid like $45 for on, but this one here costs a lot, probably about almost $400. But they're great to have. I'm not trying to brag or nothing. But yeah, you spread this little coated sheet on there, and then you put the flaxseed on there. The flaxseed mixture that I just told you about. You stuff it into the hydrator, and then for 24 hours on like 118, 110, around that neighborhood. Overnight, and just check the edges, check it around it, move them around sometimes, and up to 2 days until they're dry. But once you spread it on there first originally, you can go and cross it, you know, like making crackers, and then kind of keeps it in. It'll dehydrate and take all the, once the machine has taken all the fluid or the moisture out, it's dried out. So I'll show you once once I spread it out on my dehydrator sheets and put it in there today. Right now it's my time, Central Time, 12:37 p.m. So this time tomorrow, it may not still be dry, but how long it takes more about 2 days at the most. Excuse me, and it's dry. That way you can slice them up. You can put like make a avocado, you know, like avocado, lettuce, and tomato on, you know, on inside. And, you know, a little bit of lime juice, lemon juice, maybe a dash of olive oil. Trying to stay away from the oils, folks, because oil, like I said before, salt, sugar, and oil. You do need a little bit of salt, but you can get that from celery. You can make a couple sprinkles, maybe like some Himalayan sea salt. Not a whole bunch. You don't want to cook. A lot of people put it in their meal when they're cooking and stuff. No, do that just a little as you eat it. Avoid all that salt. But anyways, yeah. So once I do this tomorrow, I'll get up there and that's raw, and there was a seed. So that would be a part of even a vegan diet, or anybody can eat them. Eat them if you don't want to do that. But they're raw. You can get those omega-3s in your body and whatnot. So that is it. The spirit is health, health is spirit, and I am spirit. One with you. I'm hoping this will help you, motivate you to get on the healthy path, lose any excess weight you may have, change your eating habits. Because as I said before, 2/3 of Americans are overweight. You don't need to be overweight. You need to be at your right body weight so you can live a longer life and not be susceptible to different types of dis-ease in the body. So that's it for right now. I hope you're all doing well. Once again, I stayed away a long time, but I've been working on some different, working on a project here. But yeah, the main idea of my page is going to be how to not pollute yourself. As one of the, 22nd law or declarations of the great, wonderful African melanated goddess. Of course, if you look her up now, she might not be melanated. Because the original people are not in Kemet, which is Egypt. The original people are not there. They were all chased out by conquerors, the Persians, the Arabs, the English, the Europeans, the Greeks, Romans pushed our people out, and then they started going to West Africa and whatnot. That's another story. We got the receipts on this. It's not made up and make somebody feel good or give you a better ego and all that. No, I got the receipts on this. Okay. So anyways, that law or declaration, I have not polluted myself. I have not polluted myself. And like, let me see, do I have a Bible around here? I could tell you that verse in the Bible. Oh yeah, I do. Have my little stuff here. Genesis 1:29. This is where it's right, the first verse. Genesis 1:29. Because see, all the religious books, Buddhism and whatnot, they all have things that laws or ordinances from eating flesh. It's not good to eat flesh because it has a bad karma. Whatever you put out comes back to you. It destabilizes the earth. I know our ancient ancestors did have eat meat, or whatnot, but you have to look at how the world is now. The world wasn't totally out of balance. It wasn't overpopulated. All the forests weren't stripped. They weren't polluting up all the ocean air with plastic bags and overfishing, taking out all the fish. They just go down there with a big net and just dolphins all, overfishing. You don't even have hardly no fish left now. That's why they do a lot of those, fish farming. And most of them have worms all in them and through them. So happy fish eating, y'all. I don't want any crustaceans because that's like basically a shrimp or something on the bottom of the ocean, and crabs and all that stuff is basically all that is eat a big old giant insect. Save yourself, go get a roach, eat that. Same thing, they're cousins. They're cousins. And this is not to offend anybody. I don't want anybody to be offended, but that's basically what it is. If you want to know what you're eating, you're not, So anyways, let me go to that verse. Genesis 1:29. Genesis, first chapter, 29th verse. It says here, the giving of food. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb. You know what herbs are? These are the green things, green. Bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree. What comes off trees? Fruit. In which, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. A fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. Okay? Christians, here it is in the Holy Bible. It tells you you're supposed to be eating meat. Not supposed to be eating meat. Okay? So, if we, my motive is, purpose is for this channel is to be in tune with the Most High, the Infinite, the great Mother Goddess, the great womb, the great Amun-Ra, okay? The all nothingness of nothing from which we all came. I want to be in tune, listening to him or her, him, her, and doing as she say, that small, still voice, as Christians say. That's where I want to be. And for those who want to come with me, I'm here to share all, since I've been 21 years old. Right now I'm 65. So since I've been on the trail, on my journey, taking my hero's journey, on the trail, on the path of righteousness, not to hurt any creature on this planet, because they have a right to live, and you're not more superior to them, and you're not supposed to be putting them in your body to eat. God didn't make them, or the Most High, or she, whichever name you want to call, whichever makes you happy, did not intend for us to sit up here and tear up this earth. And this is the effects you would get with all this bad weather and fires and all this. And I'm not trying to threaten you. I'm just trying to wake you up to see what's going on, and you can do something about it. It will help. It will help. Okay, and as for our situation of being an oppressed people, if we have our house in order, which is your body, your temple, your body here, then you'll be able to go toe-to-toe with your enemy or those who want to oppress you and do you in or eliminate you or deceive you and oppress you. So that's it. Your vegan goddess. Tune in for some more information. Have a wonderful new year. Bless and be blissful and peaceful. And do your yoga and meditation and walk for that 45 minutes every day. And keep a smile on your face. Keep your heart happy no matter what's going on around you. Hey, Hotep. And peace and love and blessings. Brothers and sisters and family and friends. Until next time. Your vegan goddess, more holistic.